I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. No, 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 no. Hello, hello. I'm really glad to be here. And it looks like Mo, it's just you and me right now because I know I really sprung this on everyone. So let me get something out of the way before we get started. Well, before everybody gets here, I guess. If you're new here, I would love it if you subscribed. We just hit 1,000. I'm the turtle because I would rather build a tribe of lovely people that get each other and understand the weirdness that we all have in our soul, but we connect. So, with that said, if that's you, then please subscribe, like, share with your other weird friends. Let's get crazy and do some mixed media. So, hi, Amina. Hello. Hey, let me see if I can make my camera not shake because it's doing something weird right now. Hold on. I don't want to make you dizzy. Okay. So every time like a train goes by or I bump my desk or whatever, I get that happening. Okay, so do you guys remember this dude? This is our evil man right here. Our evil man right there. Yes, ring that bell, please. If you're a weirdo like me, ring the bell. How's that? Oh no, you don't need to be normal. I mean, is this normal? Come on. Really? I always say is this weird? If it's not, then I need to do something different, Hi, Lisa. So this was our weird dude. And I decided not to do anything else to him. I liked him the way he was. The more I looked at him. Hi, Charmaine. This is our kind of normal, isn't it? That's right. So this is our weird dude. Okay, are you ready? I really should have outlined that. But the more I looked at him, the more I thought I really like him with his toe ring and his weirdness. And, this is an arm. This is the arm from the other side of the page there that I gave him, and it goes backwards. So speaking of arms, hi, Dawn, you're new. When we fight, we win. We're going to talk about that a little bit today, too. And I hope that I don't offend anyone, but I'm going to say it in broad terms, and we're going to get that all down on paper today. Let's do that. Dawn, I'm really glad to have you, and everybody else will be equally welcoming to you. This is not my normal time, by the way. I usually stream the first and third Saturday of each month, and I throw in some extras. And I decided yesterday that I wanted to do this today. Last week we had the streamathon, and that Miriam hosted, and I did three times. Lisa, you did a whole bunch. Mo, I know you were busy too, but I really was like tired by Monday. That was a lot for me. So I kind of took a break, and I've been doing some stuff around the house. I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, but I did finish my girl today. Do you see this? She is the one that's going to kick his ass. That's right. Because he looks like the evil villain, right? He looks like a bad guy from like Barbarella or something. And I gave her look at the look on her face. And I sewed this piece on. It's a piece of mica tile. It's a naturally occurring stone that is see-through. I gave her a sheer heart with it keeps coming up. My double-sided tape isn't really working. I gave her a really cool, I used some pieces that I've been hoarding for a long time. Like this was really old, and it was a frame, and it was made out of foil. She is a cat lady. You see that? She's a cat lady. That's right. Maya, welcome back. Oh, we are going to kick some butt today. That is right, Maya. And this came off the bird food, the top where the threads are, and it says best. So, I mean, she just has a lot of, this is her womb. And nobody cares about the size of her waist. That's right. And her ribs are made out of wires. And up here, I have part of a counterfeit $10 bill because my husband works on police cars and finds weird things in the seats. There's a chess piece because, we're playing a game of chess right now. She is a goddess. This is for nature, and time is running out. And there's an egg right there, which I could have put in her womb, but I didn't. There is so much symbolism on this. I just love it. I love it. Hey, Rhonda. I don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I am certainly tickled with them. I'm going to have to put them up in here. They're not really for the mantle. They're just a little, maybe. I have some weird stuff around my mantle, but it's mostly sculpture stuff and my assemblages. But these are more like paper dolls. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I sure do love them. And I made her bigger than him on purpose. She's going to kick his butt. That's what it is. Maybe she needs wings. I made shoulder pads. Maybe I need to add some wings to her because he has wings. Maybe she needs like some bat wings. What do you guys think? That would be pretty cool, right? So I decided to wing it without a mod today. It was like last minute when I decided to do this. So I have something else to show you that's so magnificent. So I really thought, let's just figure it out, right? Right. I hope I've said hello to everyone. Okay, so these have been in my Amazon cart for so long, and they're listed as collage papers, and they get smaller too, but I'm going to show you the big ones. And I used these, and I'll show you the spread I made with these. Look at her. Look at her. Does she not say, like this group? She is, oh, there's a blonde. Wait. Look at her. Oh my goodness, I love her so much. Yeah, bat wings would be great. Eddie, hi. Are you ready to art your feelings? Because we are not going back. That's right. These are really cool. They are very slicky though. They would need, I feel like if I put them on something like a canvas or whatever, they would need a coat of clear gesso or matte medium or something on it. They are just amazing. There's a few of them like that, but most of them are the goddesses. Look at her. Isn't she magnificent? Oh, Sherry, hello. Oh, so I did send people a few, the link in messages for a few people that I thought, maybe had said in the past that they missed it or they didn't know and they wanted a reminder. So, oh yeah, I gave her shoulder pads to make her bigger. You want to see? And it's the earth. This is a stencil. I cut the circle in half and it's like she has the world on her shoulders. And that was the significance of that. I'm not punishing her, I promise. So there's a whole bunch of different ones and they are just so beautiful. Look at her golden. Oh, that's why these have been in my cart for so long. But last week they were on sale on Amazon. So, and then they have different sizes of the same. Oh, they're gorgeous. Hi, Julie. Yes, we are not going back. It's right here. And we are going to art our feelings today. That's right. Lots of stuff going on in my world here. I've got hot, medium, and mild jalapeno fig jam by the case. And I've been selling it 3 for $20 a piece. And, people are loving it. And then I've got, I'm going to figure out where to stick her. And then I've got fig butter that I made. And I still have 3 gallon bags of figs in my freezer that I need to get out because I'm going to have shoulder surgery, you guys. But I might have to have neck surgery first. I have an appointment on the 3rd or the 4th to find out what the plan is. The shoulder surgery is going to be a complete reconstruction. Laura, hello and welcome. So I'm not going to have a right arm. So we're going to have to be practicing like what we can do with our non-dominant hand, guys. What do you feel? How do you feel about that? I'll have to come up with some fun projects we can do with our, oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling good, Julie. Bad sinuses. But I'll have to figure out some fun projects we can do using our wild abandon jar and use our non-dominant hand. Because I'm talking 6 to 12 weeks where I won't have an arm. My right arm. I'm going to have to like hire somebody to come do some cleaning. I have to. There's no way. My husband is useless. Hold on. Let me grab a thing. Where is my thing? There. Okay. I want to show you first, before we get into the journal here. I was making some of these this morning, and this is a new set of stamps I haven't done anything with yet. And when I get a new set of stamps, which I don't have a lot, I have stuff I can use in mixed media. Yeah, Maya, are you in the UK too? Oh, your shoulder's sore? I have to have a complete I was shocked. I thought I was going to go in and get some shots. And he was like, nope, we need to go in, have surgery, cut it here, shave bone there, cut this tendon, reattach this one, screw this together. And I was like, you know, like it was bad. So anyway, I'm going to show you how I go about when I get a new set of stamps. I get some tissue. Now these I got, they're acrylic frames, and there's 2 pieces to each one, and I got like a whole stack of them. They're perfect for this. But the best way to get even and complete coverage on your tissue is to do it upside down, and then you can see what's happening. And that is one of the things that I always do when I get a new set of stamps. So I can go in, see that? I can go in, and then I can see if I've missed a spot, which it wiggled. And I can, you know, glue these to things. So I did this with a whole bunch of these this morning. Earlier, let's do one more, shall we? I really like this one. This one's kind of fun. Hey, Tracy. Oh, you can lurk. I think Charmaine said she was lurking too. I'm glad to have you, lurk or not. So I'm going to do this one, and maybe we'll use these 2. I have a really fun project, though, for us. And you guys are going to do step by step with me, like we did last time with the circles. It's going to be so fun. Okay, so the goal, these are really skinny pieces, but the goal, usually when you put your tissue paper down, it sticks right away, like to a spot, and then you know, flatten it out. So see that? Now I am ready. And I always use the shiny side. I stamp on the shiny side if your tissue does both. So, oh, thank you, Rhonda. And when you get the new stamps, if you stamp some out like this, you know, I do some on cardstock, I'll do some on tissue, whatever I've got like on hand around my desk. I might do some on labels. Those are fun. These have been dipped in oxide. It's just a really fun way to have them handy. If you don't feel like dragging out the stamping stuff, you can, yeah, but you know, I have a dirty secret. I ordered the wrong ink refill. I ordered the, what's the other one, guys? What is the other one? Eddie, you know this. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to get it out. It's right here. I ordered the wrong one because I couldn't find mine after I moved the room, which is really weird because I always keep my, you know, this kind of stuff together. Archival. So I actually re-inked it with Archival, and it's working fine. So I think it's like the same stuff. Basically, it's a permanent. This is a permanent ink. It will not, if you're using it for, you know, your collage bits, it will not run. It is absolutely fine. Hi, Yolande. I'm glad you're here. You wish you could stay, but you have an appointment. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to play a fun game. So you might want to come back and watch because we are going to have some fun. Thank you. We will. And have fun at your appointment. Okay, let me put this to the side and this to the side. Okay, you guys ready to see what I've done so far? So with our journals right here, I have done a few pages. Now you guys saw me do this one where I did the declaration to make a mess and art my feelings. And I even wrote the hashtag down in here. And then I kind of skipped through and I just gessoed some pages, and I'm going to kind of skip all around. I did something pink for you guys. See it? See it? It's pink. I don't do pink. This is pink. But what I did here was I wrote a song in here. You are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring you down. You are beautiful in every single way. I wrote it around in a circle in the rows. That song was just in my head that day. I was singing it here at my desk, and I decided it went there. And she's from an old book. So I kind of mixed abstract art with some pretty, and she's a little ballerina. Okay, and you guys saw me do this one. And I wish you the life you deserve, because she looks like a genie, you guys said. Okay, and I haven't finished him yet, but I got him started. And I did him like the round, this is one of my round gel prints that I glued down. And I did him like the round thing, that the round to-it. I should have called those round to-its, right, guys? I should have. I never knew what to call them, but I think they're called round to-its. I think it's a thing now. What do you guys think? Vote now. Round to-its. We always need those, don't we? You're laughing at me with the pink. I did it for you. I did it for you. Okay, and then I did this one. I think I did this one off camera. Music makes my heart sing, so turn it up and sing loud. Dance, 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 dance. I just thought it was fun, and I had these pieces laying around, and I wanted to use them. So, and then I did this one yesterday. So I used some of the goddesses. Let's take this out. There's a reason for that. I used some of the goddesses. I used some tissue paper. This is a stencil, and it's like a Mayan thing, and I painted it and used markers and whatever. And I wrote, breathe in, breathe out, radiate joy, absorb the energy, share the love, feel the love, connect. You know, we retrain our brains when we say, think, and write things, you know, out loud. Well, you know, think out loud. I do that all day long. I tell everybody I'm talking to my dog. No, I don't do pink. We have an anti-pink club, kind of. I haven't been that busy. I just felt like I had the stuff downstairs yesterday, so I just used what I had in a basket, and I had received these in the mail finally. So I just, you know, I have the African American on the top for a very good reason right there, because we are supporting her, right? Did you see it yesterday? I'm curious. Oh yeah, please. Eddie, I've been writing hot male model for years and nothing. Writing or writing? I'm sorry. Okay, so what I have here. Oh, and Eddie, this is where I used your the gel print you sent me. And this bird I've been hoarding forever that came out of a magazine, and I love it. And my mom years ago discovered, she was like, because I could never get a pencil with my name on it, like when my friends were in school, but she said, look, your name is in there, in Cherish. And so she started buying me things that said Cherish on them. So it's kind of a word I've adopted. And that's just a piece of vellum that it was already on there. I did not write that, and I just stapled it. And I wrote, of course, on the sides, because this is a writing journal. Now, if you guys want to write underneath what you glue down, that's fine. If you don't want to show it, but I mean, this is a place for positivity. This is from Charmaine. Charmaine, didn't you send me this? Or was it Colleen? I'm so sorry if I can't. I should have written it down. Oh no, this one is Penka. Yeah. Okay. That one is Penka. It was a long time ago, and I decided I had it downstairs for a bookmark, but I'm going to put it here. Okay. So I'm going to put this to the side for just a minute, because we're going to do an activity, and it's for our book. You'll see in a minute. I want you to, everybody get out a piece of paper or a piece of cardstock, or a gel print on cardstock or something like that, so that you can follow along. And I had one handy here that I was going to use, and I don't know where the heck I put it. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So we're going to get out a piece of cardstock. And I'm going to use this other half of a folder because remember I did the rounds with that, and maybe I will use the other side. I'm going to use this. You're here for the positivity. Oh, Laura, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. Rhonda, are you cussing up there with the autocorrect? You're outside, no supplies. That's okay. But you should do this activity later. I think it'll be really good for everyone. So everybody tell me when you got your paper ready. And start grabbing some little pieces of this and that, and let's glue them down. There's a reason. So move the mouse here. Okay, and so what I have is a tray here that I just threw some stuff in. Oh, there's a dog I need to take out. This was like the leftovers from when I did the lady. So I'm just going to use some of these. You're going to probably want to, if you're collaging, you're going to want to use tissue, magazine pages, or regular thickness of paper. Cardstock is a tough call unless you're doing like a whole strip or something. But, you know, make sure it's a whole size piece of paper, like bigger than your hand. Okay. I mean, this. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, got some things that I've been hoarding here. And I want to use those. I'm going to cover the whole thing. You can use a glue stick and then glue down the edges later. That's fine. And I'm going to do things in threes here. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I don't remember what this was. This was from my spray box. I love it. So I'm going to glue down the center of it and leave the outside or the inside edge in case I want to tuck whatever underneath it so I can show that raw edge there. So see, I left it up here and here. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing here. And I will go around with that real glue at the end. So, and then maybe here. And there. And I can do this. I'm going to put the straight edge down because I'm, you know, probably going to cover that with a torn piece. Do you guys want me to break down these steps too? Because I could say, okay, put a strip of something on there. I could say, okay, tear something in thirds, or, you know, I mean, if you want, I can break it down like that, you know, a piece of tissue with something on it. I want to use a map because this is going to represent you. What you're making represents you. So, you know, find those pieces that you've been hoarding because, you know, this is the time. This is, ooh, it's sprayed on that side. So I think what I'm going to do is put it right there. Doesn't have to be any specific colors or anything like that. I know we had so much fun when we did the round pieces that I knew I wanted to do another exercise like that where we could just let go and just, there's something really cathartic about gluing stuff, especially if you're using like a brush and liquid glue. So fun. Okay, definitely. Oh, I want that side because it's messier. Okay. So probably up here. Leave a raw edge. This way. Upside down is fine. I want this up. Leaving my raw edges. School glue's on sale right now, you guys. Go get some or order it with your groceries. You can get it from Walmart. I can actually put this piece down now because that raw edge sits on there, but I'm leaving this side up. And this time I'm gonna, I want some ocean. There we go. I'm gonna put that one right there. And underneath. So I'm doing things in threes. You don't have to. If you're an even person, do it in twos. It doesn't matter. This should represent you and make you happy. And there's a reason. You'll see. Okay. And now I can put this down. I need more coffee. You bought gum this morning just for the Yeah, that's right, Maya. The stuff you've hoarded, that stuff is really important to use. It is. Trust me. So I'm going to save any of my tissue papers, I think, for last because they can go over and overlap things. And things I've stamped on, obviously, can be kind of last. Let's see what else I have here. I have this, came out of a 17 magazine from 1955 or something like that. And it was one of the inserts that you pull out to like send off for a subscription. So I just thought it was beautiful colors and it was like an envelope. So what I want to do, oh, encore means more. I did not mean to do that. We need to save her. We'll use this part. Look at me hoarding. Hey, Barbara. That's right. Many blessings back to you. You can't stay today? Aw. Oh, you modding over at another. Well, Barbara, come back and do this fun little thing with us if you have a chance, because, you know, it's really good to art your feelings and let it all out. That's what we're doing. Where are you modding today, Barbara? So we know. Not that I want to send everybody away. I'm going to put this right here in the middle because I can cover it. Your glue stick is finished. You don't have any others. Oh, we'll just use a liquid glue. You're fine. Use a school glue or, I mean, there are lots of others. You'll come back and watch. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm so glad you stopped by. I think this one. We're going to put it on top this time. So I'm going to actually glue this bit down so I can put this on top. And this bit. Because I think it's more interesting. So I'm leaving that part on top. You can crumple these up as well and have some wrinkles if you want. Because, you know, we all need wrinkles. We all have them. Lisa said something about being lumpy, her work. And I commented on her video, I'm lumpy too. Very lumpy. Over on Barb Owen. I don't know who that is. Okay. Now let's see. I'm going to add that piece right there. And let's go ahead and make sure. There we go. So this can go here or here. And I'm going to be doing something with these edges, so either way. And then I like the blue here, so I'm just going to go like this. Ooh, that's not glued down right there. Come back. I can't get to you. I put gel nail polish on my fingernails and they're too thick. They're just too thick. All right. I put too many layers on and they just get lumpy, like my body, lumpy. You're over gluing the same places. Need to fill the white space. I have this thing where my precious Paula, hey, I have this thing where I cannot have white space. I don't know what my problem is. Okay, you remember when I did the thing with the sandpaper on the magazine page that's shiny, or it was a book page? I've got some of that here, and because I love the color, you know, and I had even put Old English on this one, I believe, to darken the areas. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down right here. I'm going to stick that over the top. top somewhere in here. Yeah, it's like I'm allergic to white space, right? Do you feel that way? As a more is more person, I'm very allergic to it. I don't know what my problem is. Okay. So now I want to, because I have to do everything in threes, I want to make sure I have some small pieces here and there as well. So wait. Glue that down. It's time. Because we're going to need some small, that has a weird thing cut out of it, and it's kind of cool. Some small interest is what I'm talking about. Like that's where we would get our stamps out, or use our stamped tissue. And you'll see why. We'll get there. We're getting there. I promise. Okay, right here. Refresh. Oh, yeah, refresh. You keep getting kicked out? What? What's going on? I'm sorry, honey. You're not allergic to white space, but it keeps disappearing from me. I'm allergic to counter space too, apparently, in my art room here. I am very allergic to that. Okay, so I want to grab another some sort of interest. Okay, I have this. These were candy wrappers. My son bought me. He got me one of those soda shelves that holds like the, my stuff is moving here, that holds like the Pepsi bottles, like an antique one, to use as a shelf in my art room. And he filled it with all these little imported candies. They were more like cookies. And I think he got them at World Market or something, because he knew I would like the paper. And they were all different colors. And he was right. I saved the paper. So Jaffa cakes. Jaffa cakes. I've heard of Jaffa cakes, but I don't know what they are. This might be, it might show too much through. Maybe not. Maybe. Let's see. White space. What's that? Okay. I just want a few of these little pieces here and there. Just a few. Because I haven't used any of them yet. I've saved them. They have red, green, and blue. And I haven't used one. They're very cool though. I think they were an almond cookie, and they were round, like a ball. And they were twisted like candy, but not candy. Okay, I'm going to glue this down and put this one here. So you notice I'm starting to do some smaller pieces here, just for interest. Things going every which way. I mean, I don't care about, if there's writing. I don't care if it's upright. And if I really don't want them to notice the writing, I might be able to get away with that right there now. Right there. Ooh, that looks nice, huh? Okay. We'll do it. I've been hoarding that piece forever. Forever. Sorry if I'm missing anything in chat, you guys. I'm into it. Are you into it? I hope so. I do like to crumple tissue paper sometimes. Well, a lot of the time, because I know it's not going to go on totally flat. But I did not do it this time because it was already kind of, it had a wrinkly feel already because it's been in my room for so long. And don't worry, I'll cover up that white space. All right, let's get another one. I have Rhonda's stencil here that I use all the time and love so much. And because this is going to represent me, I definitely want to use some of this. So Rhonda, it's okay, I have more. That's what this is too. You're the typo queen. Oh, yeah, I could probably eat a whole pack of cookies if somebody told me they didn't have calories, and they were good for me. I probably could eat a whole pack, most likely. Okay, so I want to, because we're going with smaller pieces right now, I'm going to put this right here. That a little bit shorter, like that. Okay. Make sure my edges are down, the ones that I left up. Right there. Now I'm not going to be using this whole thing, so it really doesn't matter if I go all the way to the edges. I just, if you're going to do it, right? We're using scraps. We're busting out the scraps today. So if we're going to do it, let's go, right? Probably not glued down. My little glue with the tip would work way better on that, but that's okay. Put that right there. Now I need a weird piece for here, and I think I have it. Yep. Remember, I'm working down to smaller pieces in the center here. Mostly, you know, like center is where we're going to be, what we're going to be using anyway. So, let's see. I'm not liking the colors with that. I have something really cool here, but I don't know if I want to rip it. It's the right colors, and you guys know how much I love nature, but I don't know if it's the vibe I want. I might just go ahead and use some alcohol ink. It's hard to rip those up because I love them. It's just, you know, it was probably just clean up on the gel plate. Okay, let's see. Are you up? So I need a tool. Hey, Trish. Hi, Evie. If you're here too, you just got back. Oh, well, I hope that you're feeling okay today and everything goes smoothly for you. Sounds like you might need a good rest. So I just want to put that under there to have some difference here. That's why because it's got a straight edge on it, and I'm also allergic to straight edges. Very, very allergic to straight edges. But I will cover anything that's straight that I don't like. Or tear them off, you know. It's just such a shame. Okay. And this has like gold shimmery bits on it that I love too. Now, the hardest part about this is going to be covering things I love now, because we're at that stage. Okay. So I remember I'm saving Encore Means More, and let me get rid of these little pieces here because I don't want them here. I don't want the hand. I don't need these guys. I should throw these away. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I could. Okay, so smaller, smaller, smaller. That is another piece of that, but I might actually even just take that white off. Just putting it right there. Okay. I'm going to cut the edges before I move on. Hi, you know, Celia, is it Celia? Is it pronounced with a Y? I was wondering when I was looking at Yanka's, the J is a Y sound. I can't remember how to pronounce her name either, and I'm terrible. I always see my great grandma was Granky, and when I see her name, I pronounce it in my head Yankee because of it. I know that's terrible, but that's how I saw it at first in my head, and I'm sorry for that. I'm so sorry. I can't move that. I've got a string on me and I don't know where it came from. Maybe I should glue it down. Maybe it's telling me. Boy, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. And I wanted to say, and I knew I was going to say this once we got started today. I'm doing some things to be prepared right now. I feel like things are happening. I know y'all can feel the energy. I know you can. And even if this happens the way we want it to, we may, Yonka, okay. And so does Silye, is it a Y sound? The J? I was talking about a mouse fart in Swedish yesterday and absolutely. Are you kidding me? Yes, that's correct. But say it as you like. I hear my name anyhow. Oh, let me tell you, I answer to Shannon, Shane, Sharon, Shauna, Shayla, or Charla, because that's all my cousins. And when we were little, we used to be together all the time, and we lived near each other. And we got to the point where we would answer to any of that. And then people mispronounce my name all the time, so I'm super used to it. So I totally know what you mean. I'm throwing these away, and I'm so proud of myself. They're little. Okay, so if this doesn't happen the way we want it to, we have a lot of election deniers. We have people throwing away election rolls because they've got like a thing in Georgia. If any of you are from Georgia or know someone from Georgia, have them go make sure that they're registered, because they threw out like 10,000 registered voters for one reason or another, because they have a law there saying that anyone can report them, or anyone can, contest their Americanness, I guess. And so if you go do that, oh yeah, Rhonda, we got used to saying all those too. If you live in Georgia or have a friend in Georgia, have them go check. And I'm going to check too here in Seattle, or in Washington, because I feel like cheat, steal, and lie. That's what's happening right now in the world, in our world. It's cheat, steal, and lie. So I don't trust them, and I don't trust them to play fair, to do what we do in this country, and things are gonna get messy. If she wins, things are gonna get messy, just like January 6th. So we are preparing. I want, like, I'm going to have batteries and extra water, and I'm going to have, I don't really like them, but I know how to handle them, and I'm going to have some protection in the house. Just, things like that, because we would rather be safe than sorry. And I've been hearing a lot of things from, people that I don't want to say channelers, because, yeah. Anyway, that's that. And that's how I'm feeling about it. Okay, so I've got some stamps here. And if you are interested in any of that and you don't know what's going on, it would be amazing if you would look it up. I just want all of you, because you are so special to me in my life. I want all of you to be safe, and we want to be safe. And I would rather be prepared and not scared. How's that? It is sad that we're even talking about that, because that's not what registered voters throw out in Ohio. Oh gosh. Yeah, everybody go check. And I'd say check before you vote again, like 2 weeks before, and then the week before, and then, because we don't know what's going to happen, and they're not playing fair. They're cheating, and they're lying, and we know it. And people are living in an echo chamber. I have some family living in an echo chamber, and that's all I hear. So they think that's true. It must be true, and that doesn't match, so I'm not using that. We're almost to the part. Look at these stamps. I got some cool Halloween stuff coming up. Do I want to use any of these? Oh, I actually might want to use this, but I wish it was sheer. Maybe not. Maybe I'll use that on the opposite side of the journal page. Let's see. So I'm sorry I even talked about that. I didn't want to get too specific because I don't want to upset anyone for sure. But I really feel like I have a platform and I should be using it. And if you have a platform, you should be using it. I think it's really, yeah, Rhonda, that's what I was talking about. I already registered to take the test for safety, and I got my certificate for that. I already did that stuff. So I've got some. We've got the stamped tissue. I've got these embossed. I was just playing with the embossing powder, these birds. I've got other pieces like this or like circles. I've got feathers. So these would be really nice on here. But the first thing we're going to do, and I do need to put a piece of tissue on here because I promised to. So let's go with, darn. Let's go with this one. It's Au Bon Marché. Oh, it's a Bon Marché. That's fun. It's a set of stamps. This came from another one that is like, there's one that says journal too. So anyway, I really weighed whether or not I was going to say any of that stuff today, but it's in my heart and I needed to, and I love you guys. So I'm just saying, be prepared, not scared. Buy some cases of vegetables, some powdered soup mix, some, just in case. We don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, there are some fanatics. Yeah, Maya, it is scary. It is scary because they are crazy. I hope I didn't just offend anybody. They are crazy. I mean, if you go and ask questions in a line where they're waiting to get in, they are nuts. I mean, you can ask them like questions and they think everything he says is true because they only watch the one news channel. They only hear from the one source, and the one source is lying to them and isn't really reporting the news. And I don't know if any of you from other countries know that is happening right now. And he's trying to turn us into Russia, which is his friend. And those secret documents that they found in his bathroom, he should be already in jail for that. But he met with all of those world leaders that are our enemies after that. And I know he handed stuff off. And I know he handed stuff off in support if they could help him win the election or give him money or whatever it was. And yeah, I'm scared. And yes, couch lovers. That's right. The Handmaid's Tale. Yeah. Well, Paula, we live in a small town. And there are lots of farmers and people that have the flags up for the opponent. And they are not nice. They have bumper stickers on their truck that say, "I don't break for protesters." And the kid that's peeing on Biden, or it's just, there's a lot of gross out there. And I'm glad that I found my community, and I hope that we stay connected and we don't get our power shut off. Or, there's things that can happen. And Paula, I am worried about Russia, honestly, because, he's handed off secrets, like military secrets. So I hope the FBI is involved, and I just hope that you guys know that to be prepared and not scared. How's that? Okay. So that's I'm sorry. I did not mean to get that much into it. I didn't. So I want to add actually some of these as well, just in some little places to make it interesting. And I want the torn edge, so I'm doing it this way. Oh, he would do anything to win. Yeah. You're right. And that's the problem. And I feel like she'll have the votes. But I feel like there's going to be another insurrection, or there's election deniers planted in each state, and it happened last time. that will say they won't, they're in charge of counting the votes, and they'll say that, there's a discrepancy or whatever. And that's what happened last time. And had to go to court and all that stuff. And he has convinced his people that we stole it from him last time and that we didn't. So, oh, Anina, that is scary. If anyone thinks that, I would not want the world to think that we are all like that. I mean, if you've seen interviews with those people, we are not like that. I'm sorry. We are not. And if I've run anybody off, I'm so sorry. But I love my country and I want my flag back. I want my patriotism back. I want to feel safe when I go to the grocery store. I want my gay son to feel safe. And they talked about putting them in camps in Project 2025. And his partner was born in this country, but his mother was not. And his partner will be sent to a country he does not know. He will be sent away. And, it's not just for my son. It's for so many reasons that this cannot happen. It cannot. And it is keeping me awake at night, but I'm trying to be prepared and not scared. And it is hard. I've been doing so much meditating, you guys. And that's why you haven't seen me too. I'm kind of paying attention to what's going on, but I'm trying to also go deep dive into my spiritualism more and get back to that, because I used to do that. And I know I'm talking a lot. So, okay. The next thing you're going to do is take your hand and put it down. And you guys did not expect that, did you? I'm going to read some comments real quick. The land of the free, right? Right. It's about to not be if that happens. And there's a lot of stuff going on we might get invaded by Russia. I mean, I don't know. There's some talk. You guys go listen to some channelers, and they're all saying the same things. So it's very scary. It's very scary. So put your hand on there. And if you want to do this like serendipitously, you can turn it over and put your hand on there. Okay? So, put your hand on there. And you can have your fingers spread apart as far as you want or whatever. And I want you to trace around your hand, obviously. So let's see. So I'm going to go like this. You guys, I can't do anything with my left hand. So when I have this surgery on my right shoulder and I have it strapped to my body in one of those weird slings with a cushion for 6 to 12 weeks, I am not going to be able to do anything. If I try to eat with my left hand, I would stab myself in the eye. I always say this is just for show. It's just for looks. This is just for looks. So I have always said that. I am so not left-handed. So it is going to be difficult. Even just like going down my stairs, I told my husband, you're going to have to put a guardrail on the other side because I'm so clumsy that I have to have the guardrail. Have to. All right, so cut your hand out. I'm sorry about the soapbox, you guys. Just if you live in the U.S., check your voter registration. Doesn't matter what state you live in, and just vote. Please vote. Please let your voice be heard, and don't say, okay, well, I don't like any of this, so I'm just not going to vote. Because that's what happened in the election when he won with Hillary. There were people that were just like, I don't like either one of them, so I'm not voting. And that is a problem. So just make sure that you vote. And if you have money to donate to any of the smaller candidates, because we need to vote blue all up and down that ticket. Because if they take over the House or the Senate, we need to have those. We need to have control of those because they are already like changing things, like giving presidential immunity for whatever they do while they're in office. And that's not right. You know why that happened. And he's already planted judges in the Supreme Court. And I mean, so we really need to have those up and down the ticket. We need to have blue. It doesn't matter who they are. So I've been donating $1 here and $1 there, because $1 makes a difference, to candidates in other states that are way behind with their donations, and they need to advertise and do the things they do to beat and win a seat, even like with Jim Jordan, and like he already has the seat, somebody's contesting that, and there's my hand. Look at that. That's fun. Okay, so I think what I want to do is, let's get our books out. Immunity from criminal charges is disgusting, and that it's only supposed to be in presidential actions, but that means that he can become a dictator. That means that he can, I mean, he's planted people in the Supreme Court. He did it last time, and it's been part of the plan all along. So I can't believe I'm talking about like this deeply about politics on here. I know I'm going to run some people off, or I'm going to get some dirty comments, and then my feelings are going to be hurt, and yeah, I don't want that to happen. I love everyone. Okay, and as far as your seam goes, grab yourself something sharp, or an edge, or a card, or something like that. And so this page has gesso on it, and all I'm doing is making a mark on that, because what I'm going to do is cut it right there so that I can have it go across the page and be, one piece. So that's where I'm going to cut it. So right there, cut my film off. I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to cut this off. Hopefully I did that right. Okay. So I can't get my fingers mixed up here. So I want to do that. Get that snug in there. All the way over. So that means that I also want to kind of adjust this. Okay. So do I want to ink it first? That's a good question. And I think I'm gonna, because I can also go in with some ink, some of my Stabilo or ink in a water pen as well. But this will take care of the white edges. And I just got black on here. It's just left over. I'm going to read. Just don't go around voting time. Do you feel safe, Eddie? I mean, in your state, are you feeling safe? That's a good question. We have a moment. Google the Heritage. Oh gosh. The Heritage Foundation is a blueprint for fascism. It is a blueprint for, and that's the problem we're having here. That is a blueprint to basically let Trump be king. They just needed a useful idiot. That's all he is to them. But the Heritage Foundation wants to take government funding away from schools. They want to make sure that all the schools teach only their religion. And it's a really extreme version of Christianity that is not Christian. They want gay people to be ungayed or put in camps. They want to send everybody back to even if they were born here, even the dreamers. They want to send them back to their parents' country. What is going on here? That's okay. It said Melvin right there. Okay. So that's done. I'm going to glue it down. I mean, it is scary what they want to do. It's like 900 and some pages, guys. It's terrifying stuff. Like making kids pray in school and only having one national religion, and not being tolerant of people of color and people with different religious beliefs. And what in the heck is going on? I mean, come on. We are in 2024, and that is so bad. So bad. Plus, they took away women's rights already in some of the states, and it's the Heritage Foundation that did that. I don't know if you know that. They've already started their whole thing. They started it last time when Trump was in office, and we didn't know it. We had no idea. It is heartbreaking. They want to take away all of women's rights. They want to make it like the 50s again. And they think that they can make the country like that again, you know, like where mom stays home and just has kids. And they think people with children should get more tax breaks than a single woman because she doesn't want to have kids and be a part of her community. Or, you know, I mean, it's disgusting. The whole thing is disgusting. And you can tell I'm angry. Sorry, guys. But that's why we are arting our feelings here today. This is our hand. And around our hand, we are going to add some words. Words that, you know, we feel deeply about. I lost my thumb. Oh, there it is. Okay. Pen and mouth. So we need to get it out, right? I think that's the plan. Come on, that's not straight. I probably should be using a different glue for this because this is a non-adjustable glue. But it is a good glue. So, and I need to go around that corner. Okay, I'm going to lay it flat and do it. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh, I can't leave my pin off. I've got a weird thing about leaving my pin off. I put it back immediately. So this will need glued down more. Around that corner there. And I'll get all the corners. Yeah, sorry about that. That's my rant, guys. I'm just well, how does this go? I'm just uber aware right now of how does it go? Did I do something wrong here? This can't be right. Is it? It is. It's this one and this one. You guys. Okay, I'm reading to see if you guys said anything about it. Get it out. You should have made a fifth. I should have. I tell you, if you get me started. I did study politics in school as well. I was in student government. It was totally by accident. I was asked to run the club. I was asked to be the club coordinator, and I became involved. And I did go to DC, and I have gone to political conventions, you know, to like lobby for this and that, for education. So yeah, I swapped fingers. Thanks for noticing, guys. I know you're just listening to my rant. So I guess I could have put a piece of paper or some paint or a gel print or whatever down underneath this, but I didn't want to because I'm going to be doing some writing. Probably going to white it out a little bit more. Just going to lay that down. I'll try to glue this while I'm at it. Because it's thick, it's going to take a bit more. When you put it back together, like when you close the book, you'll put a piece of wax paper between, and it should lay flat after that. Well, darn you. I just want you to do it right now. Okay. I'm going to have to break out the hot glue. I don't know. Is my middle finger very long? Wait. Did I do it wrong? I guess I could have put it closer to the middle. Now, if you have tiny hands or a bigger book, you could get it all on one page. But anything that you're going to glue across, this is the best way to handle it, is to just make a crease in it and cut it So you're not trying to glue it across and then it rips or it does something weird. Yeah, that middle finger looks longer. So yeah, I've been meditating about surgeries, and I hope I don't have to have neck surgery too. That'll be something else. They'd have to fuse my discs. It's pressing on my spinal cord. It's probably why I'm so clumsy. I haven't heard that yet, but it could be. I don't know. Let's see. Did I get it all? Kind of. Okay. Enough for now. Oh, I can't believe I ranted like that. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay. Just pushing that down. Okay, so now I kind of want to get some color on there. But I also want, do I have long fingers? I think I have kind of, well, I guess. I want to get some color on here, and I've got to decide kind of how I want to do it. I could probably use some ink and spray it with a little bit of water. I could use some, I wish I would have put that a little closer there. I can connect it with a little paint though. I could use some paint. I could use some watercolor. Let me see what, you know what I'm gonna do, because we're here on camera. I'm gonna use some ink pads and my brush, because it's just the quickest way to get something on there, and then I can spray it. So I'll use the oxide. So let's find a stencil that I want with this. And I really like this one. It has a feeling. And then I want something with large spaces. So as much as I would like to use one of my own, you know, I need to make sure, or I need a border. I need to make it like a border. I need to make sure I have places to write. So that's kind of important. So it'll be like a lighter ink, maybe. Maybe something on the edges that goes with it. Has anybody done the hand with me? Raise your hand if you have a hand now. The middle finger was very long when you swap. Oh, it was. It was. Paula's suggestion. Give him the middle finger. Is that what you mean? Let's all make hands and call the project Raise Your Hands. Oh, yes. Please do that. Yes. Should I retitle our thing here? Raise your hand. I think I should. Oh, I think maybe like something, because I want that. So something sort of geometric and woo, woo, woo. So I'm just going to go kind of over here, and I want to concentrate on sort of the edge. I'm going to use the light color. I'm going to spray it with water when it's done, so it'll get a little oxidized. But then I'll be able to write on it. So hopefully I'll be able to write on it. And I got to decide on a color. I do have some out here, but I think, any color suggestions? I know I have the green there. Let me see what I've got here. I've got that green would be nice. How about, there's one I haven't used much of, and it's light, and it is the brushed corduroy. How about that? You like that? You can't chat and create at the same time. Oh, it is really hard, isn't it? And I always know if you guys say you're lurking, you're probably making something, because I do the same thing. I just, if you guys do this, it would be so amazing if you tagged me and posted about it. So, I mean, you don't have to go all out and, you know, get some hate mail from people politically or whatever, but you know, anyway, so I'm going to use the green first, and I really haven't used this green much, is the peeled paint. So I'm just going to want to have it dark enough so that when I spray it with water, it's going to do something. And there's gesso on this paper. So hopefully it'll show. Keep it in space. Okay. I'm going to get a different brush now, something with brown on it, and do the brushed corduroy in the center. Yeah, I wanted like the twig one. This was a long time ago. I haven't bought any of these inks in ages, like ages. But I wanted them all at one point. I really like the oxides, and I would always tell people, buy the oxide. It's so much more than just ink. And those are the ones that I like, because you can, I mean, they're more than one thing. You can spray them and get another color out of them. Sharon, yes, change the title. We'll do it tomorrow. Good makers, raise your hand. Oh, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Does anybody remember the Pollyanna set of books? Yes. The message in them was find the good in everything, or at least, yeah, that's why I'm kind of mad that I ranted, because I am trying to be positive. I really have been spending time meditating and, you know, finding my joy. And I've been making sure that I put a little music on every day or every other day. If I, you know, sometimes I get busy doing chores and stuff. You know, I'm trying to find my joy right now. That's what I'm doing. So, yes. And things are tough right now, and the world is going through some changes, and you can feel the energy in the air. You can just, I mean, whatever kind of spiritual person you are, I know you can feel it. You know, it's almost, we've got the sun shooting rays at us, and we've got, you know, a super double blue moon, and we've got shooting stars, and there's just so much going on. Hi, Happy Maker. You watch cute cat videos to calm down. I actually, I have some people that I love that channel and talk to angels, and I don't know, you know, I believe them. I mean, it took a while for me to watch them and understand what was happening, you know, and I didn't believe, I was a non-believer at first, and I do believe them. And I get so much calm from that, just knowing that, you know, this is just one of our lives. We will have many, and we may decide, you know, that we don't want to put the lid on the wrong one. We may decide that we don't want to we may decide it's time to ascend. I guess I'm saying, or our angels decide that for us, and that's fine. I'm not scared. I'm good with that. So I'm going to use a little ground espresso or walnut. Let's see. I know that sounds, you know, harsh, but I'm feeling like whatever happens, happens. And I'm going to use ground espresso. Whatever happens, happens, and that's okay. That's okay with me. I told my husband, and he thinks I'm a little crazy, but he's going along with it. He's letting me like buy cases of food and stuff. But I told my husband, if the thing that happens is like something that happens in the Northwest, like say we have an earthquake and Yellowstone goes, and we're over here in the Northwest, right? Or say, you know, there's an earthquake in California and something like that happens. And by the way, one of those channelers actually said that there was going to be something in Indonesia, and Bangladesh was in trouble. And they just got the timing wrong. They said it was going to happen sometime this last week, and it happened yesterday. And that my mind was blown at that point. I was like, okay, yeah. Okay, I got this. Music does help a lot, Julie. That's right. And we all have the same creator. I don't think anyone is, you know, the one. I think we all are, you know, reaching for the same thing. We all have the same goal. So, okay. And that's my religious discussion. We have politics and I was a bartender for 26 years. And I was taught, very first one, you do not speak politics or religion at work with the crowd. So I've spent my life not speaking politics or religion unless I am with, like at a political assembly or something like that, where I know that all these people are that think like me, basically. So for me to put it out here like this on YouTube is hard. It is. It's hard. So I'm glad that I was able to work and do it at the same time. That is all. Okay, now I'm going to write some things here. And you can write anything you want. You can go to Pinterest and find like a, oh, I gotta spray it first. You can go to Pinterest and find, and now we want it to dry. That was just a teeny tiny sprayer. Find some quotes that you like, or you can go to, anywhere you want to find a quote you want. I've got like some Einstein and some Buddha books, and I've got a whole bunch of weird stuff like that I can always go to. Oh yeah, the volcano eruption. I didn't finish that. Oh yeah, and that happened in Iceland, and it yesterday, and it is huge too. You don't know what to expect. I'm just saying, be prepared, not scared. And I told my husband I was going to run right into it. I said, if that happens, I'm not running away from that. I'm not living in some Mad Max world. And he said, well, that's disappointing. And I said, do you really want to live like that? I don't. Oh, and the one in Italy is also active. That's right. I've been keeping an eye on these things for the last 2 weeks, and just here and there. And I'm not doing it to be scared of whatever is coming. I'm doing it to be prepared in my heart and my soul. So, okay. So I want to write things that come kind of out of my fingers. I guess I should have done my hand this way so I could write in the correct direction, because I can only guess. I'm going to do it upside down because I can, because it's my journal. And here I want upside down. Love trumps fear. Oh, Etna. Where is Etna? Mount Etna. I know that, but I don't. We're right by Mount Rainier, which is a very active volcano, but there are enough foothills between that and our town here. Now, in our old town, we could see it out the front yard and the backyard, but right here we can't. So there are enough foothills that we probably wouldn't get a lahar. Okay, and then, so love trumps fear. Be prepared, not scared. I told you we were going to write our feelings, or art our feelings today, huh? And then, let's see. You are the master of your, I can't, it doesn't fit, destiny. Oh, Vesuvius. That is, yeah, they're in Italy. Yeah. Yeah, one in, they also had an earthquake in Hawaii yesterday, I believe. Somewhere had a 5.7, but it was lower in Hawaii. The 5.7 was in Russia, but it was in an area where there's not really people. And this one, because it's so close to the top, I am just going to make some little marks. That's it. Make some little marks, implying that I have thoughts in my head. And here, I think upside down is significant because right now the world is a little bit upside down. Like lies are truth and truth are lies. And I mean, that's what's happening right now. Like, it's crazy. So I think it's appropriate upside down. I can see that. Be love. And love is all we have. Love, there's you either have fear or you have love. And let's just love each other and help our neighbors. And I'll be the first one in my yard passing out food. I'll be the first one in my yard doing a weekly yoga session with meditation. I will do that, you know. So I will get to know my neighbors that I don't know right now. I mean, I don't know them. So I will be there. Okay, I'm going to ink this up on the edges. We're going to need to reach out to each other. And I'm glad I have you guys. I'm really glad. And I'm glad to have the platform to be able to break all my vocal rules discussing religion and politics. You know, I'm going to use this instead. And thank you for listening to me, listening to my rant. I hope I didn't run anybody off or get hate mail. All right, so I think I could put a little bit more of something right there that might be a little brighter. So I'm going to grab a different green here. I have another one. Let me see this. So I also have, so which one is peacock feathers? Let's do that one. And here, I think another circle. What do you think, guys? So here in Norway, they are suggesting going on if the law is going to change that women can have an abortion up to 18 weeks from 12 now since the 70s. Well, anybody in another country, if you're hearing that we allow abortion after they're born, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And whether you're pro or against abortion, this is about birth control. It's about all of women's healthcare. This whole thing. So please know that we don't abort live babies. We just deliver them. And we don't kill babies that are all babies. You know, if they're already sort of baked, they are not aborted. That's just not how it works. It's the same sort of thing that you would have there where it's like 12 weeks. So, and I know that you might be hearing otherwise, but somebody thinks they can just lie and that makes it the truth. So, okay, so I've got that in 3 places. I think I want to go here as well with a small one. There we go. Oh my gosh, I love it. I need something right there. I really love it. I love it. I love lamp. There we go. Oh, it's so fun. Now I could go back in and write other things that are more personal when I'm not on camera. But, oh, one more thing. Where is my water pen with the stuff in it? Okay, this is my water pen with the walnut crystals. Only for our, oh, wait, will there be a vote on that? Oh my gosh, you only have politicians voting? Oh, it's like in the House or the Senate? Okay, I get it. So it's like a bill that, yeah, that happens here too. Something that important shouldn't just be on the floor, though. I think. I think something that important needs to be in your voting pamphlet that comes in the mail. You know, I really should paint that finger in, try to match the color. I'm getting messages. Did you hear it? It's probably somebody saying, shh, stop talking about it. On the side. Mo, is that you? Yeah, you're getting raw me today because we're art journaling. So, okay. I love it. I hope you all make a hand. Okay, and I do have one more thing. It's so nice to be part of a community with like, oh my gosh, Charmaine, you're so right. And look at us. We're from all over the world here. UK is legally up to 23 weeks now. That's a long time. Many women can have an abortion up to 18 weeks now and have to get permission. So many are hoping to be. I think 12 weeks is enough. I think 3 months is enough. I mean, I'm not saying go get one. I approve or disapprove. I'm thinking it's up to the woman to have that right. However, if they're bleeding out in a parking lot, which has happened here now in a state that took away the abortion on their own state legislation, because they overturned Roe versus Wade, which is made it a national thing. So now it's up to the states. So Georgia took it away. A woman almost died in a parking lot because her doctor could not abort her dead baby. And she had to go out in the parking lot and bleed until they decided it was a life or death situation. The doctor was afraid to lose his job. So you're lurking, but I'm hilarious. Oh, I'm hilarious. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm talking about such heavy, heavy shit right now. Oh, sorry. And I am hilarious. Really? I'm so glad that I'm hilarious. I know I'm a little crazy, but these things make me crazy. I can't, does it need a bird? I'm going to leave it. I really like it. It makes me happy and it's mine. So, yeah. You could cut out any shape you want. I just thought, this is a good symbolic way to, say I'm all in and we are not going back. So, oh no, I don't get, DGAF. You are so right about that, Eddie. But it's important, Okay, so let's go to another page here and I have a plan. Okay, and on this one, it's going to be a lot easier. I hope. If I don't like get on my soapbox again, my goodness sakes. Okay, so I'm going to find a a pile of scrap here and start gluing. I've got some stars here. I mean, I kind of have a plan. Got that. Oh, look, stars and stripes. That was an accident. I'm digging in. This was my bin from downstairs. So, let's see. Oh, I've got these little things. Oh, there's the bird I was going to make a tab out of. I'm going to put him on my desk so I can remember. There's some red. I definitely need one of these butterflies. Might use one of those. And I kind of like that. Okay. So if I need any more, I will reach in here. Okay. So I want to, instead of putting gesso on the page, I am going to glue to the page and kind of decide, let's fold this in half. Randomly, this blue and white paper I've always loved, and I've never used this other side. It's an American collage. It's got like a Statue of Liberty and like, it's weird. And I thought when I got this paper, I got it, it was like in a variety pack. I thought surely I would never use that side, but it's possible now, I guess. I don't usually do 4th of July sort of projects. I've been kind of ashamed the last few years of our country. So I just can't get into it. And I'm kind of mad at my fellow man. So there's stuff on here. I don't remember why. There's some stamps and I'll just be covering those anyway. So it doesn't matter. Actually, no, we're going there. Okay. Glue stick again. Do it quick. Do it fast. Just covering the page. I have a plan here. You'll see. So If you want to do this with me, go find a magazine or look in your box of characters that you have if you're organized. Or it could be one of the goddesses from our kit that we had. And grab that. Grab the biggest female head that you can find. Eddie, stop it. Hey, Sonia. Oh, it's been so long. Oh, bye, Anina. Thank you for being here. Send us some good thoughts and some joy to this country, if you could, and we will send it back to you. Okay, so this, as much as I can. This paper's thin. It's actually origami paper, and I love using it. I usually use the stripes the other direction. I don't know why. I just like them that way, but, you know, okay. So I want to put this here. Okay. So these glue sticks I got, they were 2 in a pack, and they were like 50 cents because of the school. And I've never used this brand, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm going to do this. Grab it, Eddie. No. Oh my gosh. Well, I did cuss, so I guess this is a not for children sort of stream, and you were fine to say whatever you want, Eddie. I'm giving you a hard time. Okay, and then I'm going to put that one there, but I'm going to see what goes here first. And then perhaps, or some tissue, or let's see, I think I want some tissue paper too to get in here for the rest of it, because that is that's always difficult, and tissue paper fits nicely in there. So I have a bag of it right here. I can get to it. And this one, I'm going to use some of the, this one I'm going to use some of the, these things that I shared on too. How about, look at me going for the same color combos. What is my problem? I just want a piece of tissue. Hold on. Yeah. So I've been taking stuff downstairs, and I carry it up and down the stairs, and then I don't use it. I'm so bad. I don't use it. I did yesterday, but it was like the first time. And I just keep carrying it up and down the stairs, thinking, oh, I'm gonna do something with this, and then I don't. So, but I've got all these little envelopes here. Ooh, more roll-up papers. The big pouches, and I have them lined up in a big bin. And then I've got like this tray with a few washi tapes and whatever. And I'm just kind of, thinking to carry it up and down the stairs. I have to redo my whole house for those surgeries. I have a lot to do. This is from John David, this tissue, and I love it. Paula is a bobblehead. Oh, the paper dolls with the giant head and the spot. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to put that down. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down because I'll put this over it. That is fine. So, pretty much whatever's in my head, I have said in this stream, like it's just pouring out my mouth like it was planned, but it was not. I'm just like opening up my brain for you guys to hear what's in there. And now you know, right, Eddie? Just pouring it out. And if I wasn't streaming right now, I'd probably be walking around the house saying these same things to my dog. Probably. I mean, you know, there's a good chance. And my cat, you know, the cat. Gotta have the cat. So this is really cool tissue from John David too. And notice, okay, so what I can do here is take a blade. So wrinkly is fine. You take a blade and cut that in the center so that it doesn't make the book open weird. And let me find one real quick here. So I got one of those pen blades, and I haven't put it together yet. I don't know how it works. Does anybody have any of those? And do they work? I just, you know, thought it would be fun to try. Where is my blade? So I'm just going to take this, just carefully. Oh, yeah, your dog is a great listener. Oh, thank you, Mo. Yeah, Mo and I chat, and she knows that there's some weird stuff in my head. So, isn't there, Mo? It's just there. I don't know where it comes from. It's always been like that. So let's see. I've got this gross paper from my spray box that I really like. And look how brittle it's become. So maybe just like a strip of that right here. It's got like some mica from sprays. So I want to put something right here so that I can just put that there. Let me see. Maybe this. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Yeah, that's not weird at all. Okay, let's get the underside of this. Get it down. I'm getting there. I promise. It's just taking extra glue because of all the stuff on the paper. It's probably paper that came in a package, like from Amazon. It was wrapped around something. And I always roll that stuff up. I know you guys have seen me do it on like paper towel tubes. Or I fold it and iron it, depending on what I'm going to use it for. Like if I'm going to use it on my desk or whatever. There. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Except I shouldn't have glued. Oh, I didn't. Okay. All right. Now I've got this crackled piece right here. What was I saying? Oh, okay, Tracy. Thank you for being here. I know I am going a little long today, but I do want to do this second layout here, and it will be faster if I don't yap a lot. We'll see. So I'm actually going to put that there because it fits. This glue seems to be working. I mean, I can have some white space. It doesn't matter if some of this book page wants to show through. The thing is, when you start dissecting your book and taking out, you know, like you take out 3 pages, leave a page, take out 3 pages, leave a page, then you have space to put all this extra stuff in your book, and you've made room. But you actually do need to fill some of that up because it's like, I don't want to use that. It's like, how how about one of these? One of my labels. You've got to kind of pad the book back up or your spine acts weird. That word right there, invincible. Are you kidding? Invincible right there. And then we've covered it. Look at that. Okay, I'm not going to cover that word. That was Kismet right there, wasn't it? We are invincible. Okay. Next, I want to find a few of these little things that I want to add. But first, my girl. And I have some to choose from here. And I need a strong woman. Once again, we need a strong, you guys know me and the characters. These are Indian women, which is kind of cool from a famous painting. Oh, I do want to use this sometime. And I might. Well, look, the oligarchy. She is beautiful. And she came out of this book right here. And this is, the photographer that did this photo for Time Life. It is all his pictures. And it's amazing. And it was Lori Marie that I saw using this book. And I immediately, and that was years ago, I immediately went to my favorite thrift store, bookstore online and found it. So any of these would be great. She might be too big and she's on the wrong side now because she would need to look in. So she's out. She's beautiful. She would be easy to cut out. I think these are out. I'm not feeling it. So I either have this. Should I use the Indian woman? The girl with the biggest head. Yep, she wins. Bye, Laura. Bye, Sonia. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for listening to me today. Thanks for being invincible with us and doing your part. We appreciate you. Okay, I'm going to cut her out. That's it. I'm doing it. She's the one. There's a lot of children in that book, and some of them look very hungry or upset, or some of the pictures are not going to be used, I could say. But a lot of them, I mean, it's people from all over the world. A lot of them will be useful, or I could use, or I see myself using at least. All right. So I'll throw that away. So I want to kind of trim her down a little bit. So I'm going to get rid of some of this. And some of this. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, she really is beautiful. Oh. Okay, I'm going to glue her down. And then we're going to use some dies or some die cuts and some stamps or whatever and kind of go around her. But she is our focal point. She is the lead singer of this band here. So. She really is beautiful. Look at that. Probably need to go around the edges with the other glue, but we'll see. Okay, so we're not using that one. Now, at Halloween, wouldn't it be cool? I'm not doing it now. If I found a head big enough to put this over and use, not today, and use the wet glue to make the paper disappear, wouldn't that be cool? But not today. Nope, nope, nope. Let's see. I did stamp out the word journal here. Don't want to use maybe this purple, but we could put this somewhere here. Put on the other side maybe. Not that today. I had another one. Oh, I really like this piece right here. So I'm going to kind of tear that out. And use it somewhere on here. Got one of my other stamps that you guys haven't seen yet that I carved. I actually carved this at the retreat that we did at Anthony's. And we'll be doing it again in October. We haven't done any of the planning for it yet. This design has been submitted. I think I remember. I did it months ago. I did it with another one to use like a set, but we'll see. So I do really, really like that one. Licorice tea. Oh, thanks for reminding me about my coffee. I think I want to cut out a butterfly or find a butterfly that I already have that might be a little bit smaller because I have an idea. Oh, come on. These might be a little bit too big for what I want to do. We'll see. Okay, so I have this die I haven't used yet. I just cut these out of that green folder. Look how pretty. You see that? It's gorgeous. Everybody went quiet on me. That's okay. So maybe this goes here. This goes here. Maybe I'll put 2 of these here because I did cut out 2. Maybe that's too much competition because it's similar. Let's see. I have this one. I haven't used this yet either. I was just playing with it. And I usually, when I get something in, I don't make cards, so I don't have a lot of dies and embossing folders and stamps. But what I do have is good for mixed media stuff. And I just use roll-offs at first, like, because I want to see how they worked. And I'll fold a roll-off in 2 and see how sharp it is. And so this one, I have all these dots. All these dots that came out of that because it was a roll-off. And those are going to be really fun to play with, I think. But not today. I do, however, have this. You know when they get married and have that big ring? But I don't like it. We could do an eye. We could do her head. Oh, I like it right there. I'm going to put that right there. I'm not going to use that. Let's see. So I'm just kind of laying everything out the way I want it. Let me find a butterfly really quick. Gotta figure out where I put like the butterflies. Do I have any in here? I have dragonflies in here. No butterflies in there. You know, if I hadn't moved everything, because then I was like, oh, now I need to change this container or that container, or come on, get back in there. Thank you. I mean, isn't that how it works? Okay, here. Found it just that fast. It's the right color. And then do I have anything else in here I want to use? That came off a card. There's a smaller one. Yep. I don't use a lot of flowers. My sister actually got me that pack of Tim Holtz flowers that are like chipboard. I don't think I've ever used one. I always get one out and think, oh, I'm gonna use this, and then I don't. Okay, so I want to cut the white off of this or ink it away. I can probably just do that. Let's use the right color of ink though. Let's go with some of this. Maybe not that sponge. Maybe we'll have to. How's everybody doing out there? Just enjoying? Oh, you love the filigree things? These things, oh, I do too. Especially in that, you know, unexpected green folder, you know? I think I'm going to cut some of this. So I should have done it first, but we'll see. Just getting rid of the white because I'm allergic to it, apparently. Allergic to white. All right. I am going to take some little teeny tiny scissors. You're working while you watch and listen. It was probably more entertaining when I was on a rant, right? If you're playing at your desk and listening. I often, and I feel guilty when I do this because then I don't remember to go back and leave a comment. I will actually watch people's videos, but I have them on the big screen on my TV, and I can't really comment on my TV. I mean, I could, but it would be really difficult, I think, if I even can, on the TV. If I watch on my phone, I remember to leave a comment every time to say, hey, I was here. But if I watch them in a string on my TV, then I don't leave a comment, and I feel terrible. As a streamer myself, I know how important those comments are. Sometimes I'll go back to my history and, you know, go through and say, okay, I didn't leave one here and I need to leave one there. And, you know, so I guess that's a good way for me to say, hey, go through your history and don't forget to leave a comment on this video. You know, if you had fun or if you liked my DGAF attitude today. I'm going to change the color of this just a little bit with that. I mean, I guess I could do it with my water pen that's got that in it, but no, I won't. Let's try this. This is not the oxide. So the oxide has more of a, it's not as transparent as the other. And really, I want to be able to see the butterfly still. I mean, I want to see the detail in the butterfly. But I just want to tone it down a little bit because it's so bright and shiny, you know? Okay, so we got it. All right, so this I want to put right here over one eye. I could do it on this side. Nope, needs to be on this side. Just because I want to. Where is my glue? My dog is barking. Can you hear him? I'm sure there are many reasons that I had this need to do this and put this over her eye. And I've done this with Mona Lisa as well. I'm sure there are many significant reasons. And there's probably a book you can look it up and find, you know, I don't know what the significant reason is other than we can't see everything that's happening around us. And sometimes we are blinded. So, and butterflies are pretty significant too. Okay, so this, oh, I could do the white side or I could do the, I think that was just a piece of packaging. I think I like the colored side. I'm just gonna, I never know how to glue these things. They almost need like a sponge with glue because they're so tedious. Okay, I think this way. Over the butterfly, top of the page. Boohoo is right. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, I'm entertaining. I do not have Darcy's damask stamp. And you know how I love a damask pattern. Yeah, I do love a damask pattern. And that's why I keep using Rhonda's over and over again. You know, they're I can't design a damask pattern myself. I don't use any of the programs to recreate the shapes and whatever. Which way do these go? This way, right? Or is it this? Nope, they go this way. See, these are tedious to glue, I think. Yeah, I hand draw or hand carve my designs. So I don't have the technology to, make it perfect I'm not trying to make it perfect if it's handmade, but I do like that in a stencil for my backgrounds. And I love to support those other artists. So it's fine. Okay, this one goes right here. Glue it down. And uh-oh, not straight. Not straight. There we go. Uh-oh. And I'm going to put this one right here, or nope, right there. Gotta have a plan, right, guys? So I'm not worried about getting it everywhere. If I see any places where it's coming up. So did I tell you about the wax paper? You need to have a piece of wax paper, at least one cut out. You could probably use a few of them for when you first do your design and do your page, so that they're not sticking together. Let's get this one straight. Right there. It's good to have that wax paper between them. It's just, another way you can, if your pages are sticking together, and I've said this in other streams, if they are sticking together, I really want her to have that. It's going the wrong direction. Let's see, I don't want the rose sticking down. Cutting it off. Okay, where's my pen? You can also use powder. I've said that in live streams, and I don't think anybody's heard it, or it wasn't read. So I didn't know if anybody got the message there. You can use baby powder. You can use cornstarch. I have one of these. You can use those powder bags that you use for embossing, and just powder your pages until the sticky goes away. This is a brush that has like cornstarch in it, or powder. And it is made for, it was a gift from someone. It is actually made for embossing. And it's by EK Tools. So if you look that up, EK Tools embossing powder brush. It's kind of cool. There we go. And I'll use this elsewhere. I love that. This is from a card from the 1960s. I had somebody send me, I'm going to try to use this glue, an entire case, because his wife had saved every card. When I first started and discovered junk journaling, because I did other forms of art. I had never done anything with paper. I didn't have any like scrapbook paper or anything like that. I just knew I could use junk. And he didn't know what to do with them. And I made him a book. He was my first book that I ever made, with all the little love notes they wrote to each other. And I did share that on my old channel a few times, kind of talking about what I had done there. And I mean, it was like $53, the box he sent, full of stuff, full of cards. I even found like some weird stuff tucked in the cards, like a dollar bill, or like a certificate, or like a ticket to go somewhere, but it was from like the 1960s. So it was, it was over. That's not really showing. How about there? I need to trim my edges. I told you this one would come together quickly if I'd stop yapping. Okay. I think I did that one in record time, you guys. What do you think? I need to do some inking and do my Stabilo, and I'm just trimming some edges here so they're even. That was like super. If you're intended a 2-hour stream, you have 5 minutes remaining. I wasn't really saying, I was saying I was going to go until I got the 2 pages done. So, but this is almost finished. I think these are very different colors, and I need to do something to make them more cohesive. And it's probably going to be with a marker. I might take this color marker and go in. That is crooked. Darn it. Oh, I need to fix this too. I might go in with a marker or some glitter, maybe even. And that's where like a cool stickle would work, but I don't really have those. I have like a couple. I think I got rid of them actually. You know, just to make them cohesive, because they're so close together and they're drastically off a shade, you know. So I think making these stand out more is going to be important. And the first thing I might do is use my Stabilo and kind of, well, let's do her first. We're going to give her some shadow, make her pop out of the page here. Now, if you use a Stabilo, if you've never used one, they have a lot of pigment in them, and they will write on anything. And it says on the thing, wood, glass, paper, plastic, metal. I've never tried it on some of those things, but I'm going to make this pop. But a light touch is usually what you want, because you're going to get it wet. And it works like a watercolor, but with more pigment. And it's nice to go around the edges with the Stabilo as well. And I have a brown Stabilo, but I don't find that it is as, it leaves the line behind. It's not as washy, I guess. Is that a good word for that? Washy? Oh, the ladies on a roll. Yeah, I kind of am, huh? Oh, I love you guys. Thanks for letting me be on a roll today. This is what you get in the morning with me. I don't know why I don't stream in the morning. I should. I'm a little crazier in the morning, but you know. So it'll actually dry a tiny bit lighter, but all I'm doing is giving some shadow behind her. And it's a great way if you forgot to ink something, or you know, you just want some definition. This is a good way to go. And it works different on every paper type. You'll see, like this one did a little different. I'm probably going to go over these roses with some markers or whatever and make them pop. Okay, I also want to do, I don't know about the butterfly. What if I just do under the butterfly, just the edge of the butterfly, and not on her face? Let's see. It's a slicky surface, so it may or may not show up. It's supposed to work on plastic, so I don't know. And why wouldn't it? Don't really want it on her face. Just want a little shadow there. So I could also come in with markers, washi tape, you know, whatever, to make it stand out more. I've got this awesome gold. It's like a filigree looking. I've used most of it because I don't use a lot of washi tape, but you can tell I've used this one. Maybe right here. I'll probably have to glue it down. But I'll go back in later and do it if I need to. And then not on her head, but maybe right here. It's just a touch of gold, so I like it. And it kind of goes with her, you know, her style. Come on, get in there. No. Come on, Tara. Okay. There we go. I did get some new washi, and I don't do that often. But I got it because look at this. It's rusty and rivets, and this is more like a man's truck, but you know, it's kind of cool. All right, so I need to do something with these. I'm gonna try this marker right here and see how much it changes this. Boy, this seems like a lot of work, doesn't it? I'm just doing a messy around the edges. Maybe shouldn't have done that middle piece, but I'll just do the top. It's okay. These are really old markers. I don't even know where they came from. Somebody else, I'll tell you. Not I mean, I've rarely bought a marker in my life, I think, unless they came in a craft lot. But these are good. I do have some watercolor markers, brush markers that I bought, and I haven't used them. I am bad, very bad. I'm a bad girl. So I hope that you spend some time journaling your feelings this week, and that I made you think, at least, about how to do that and about what's going on. And now is the time for action, but it's also the time to be prepared and try to have less stress. I'm exhausted from the political stress, and I can't wait until things calm down. And I don't know about you guys, but I mean, are we sick of the rhetoric and we're sick of it, right? We're just sick of it. So I would like things to just, you know, be calm. And I am going to wish that into existence. How about you guys? I hope that I'm wrong and I'm just over prepared for the future, you know? Probably going to add some gold to this too, so it won't matter that I colored that in. This is cathartic though. It's beautiful, this dye is. I don't like that they're called dyes. I always, if I write it out like on Facebook or in a post, I'll say die cutting plate, because I'm afraid that my post will get taken down because it sounds violent, you know, and it's a tool. I just don't like their name. They need a new one, you know, the metal cutting things. So, everybody leaving me? Sorry, I haven't looked up. I think she's gorgeous. She was the right choice. Almost. And I'm probably going to use some gold wax on my finger. I think that would be okay. Because there's gold on the other butterfly. And I can also use that wax elsewhere. Or maybe even my Nuvo Mousse. It's right here on my desk and it's drying up. I do need to use it. Okay, there's that. Let's see it. Yeah. I'm glad you're still here. So this is Nuvo Mousse. It is like a wax. It is like a watercolor, and it is like the stencil butter. It has a little bit of a different texture, and mine is even different than that because I've had mine for 2 years and I babysit it to make sure it doesn't dry out. Because it's water-based, you can go in and you can add more water. I'm probably going to go over this with the water brush too. So I just keep an eye on it and get to them before they dry out, you know. And I don't know how this is going to look, but we'll see. Okay, so if I go over that with a, don't leave that. And that is a piece of press and seal to help. So if I go over this, this should treat it like a watercolor and spread it out and give a little sparkle to that. So just a little wash of it here and there is fine. Just don't want it to look gritty. Just because I used my finger. I really like this stuff through a stencil. I was doing a little bit of that before I went on today because I know that I need to use some of it up and I needed to check on them. So I was doing that. This one, there we go. It's a little thick right there. I can also take a little bit of this and a little bit of a palette knife, just a tiny bit. And let's say that's way too much. Let's say I do that. And where is my little spray bottle? I just had it right there. And I can get it wet. Hi, Joanne. Welcome. Oh, have you been watching in the background? Oh, thank you. I think you're great. Okay, so maybe that's not enough. Now I can just go over this like this also. So you can do it as thick as you want and make it into a watercolor. You can use your finger and use it like a wax. You can always spread it out because it is water soluble, you know. And it also goes through a stencil and makes a texture. I've got some samples here for you because I did some that should be dry now. And there we have that. And we'll do, well, this is a slicky surface, but you know. Let's do, just get a little, don't waste it. You can also do puddles of it and dip your tags through. Did you see that? Which is fun. So it's like the, say the oxide inks where you can dip the tag and get some color on it. All right, so I think she needs some words and I need to figure out where those go. I also need to do this. I should have done it already. This needs to be gold. So I have lots of doodle tunities here too. I can go back in and probably like bling up her jewelry some more. I can go back in with like a gold marker and give her some more jewelry if I want. I can, you know, I can really bling her up and I think that would be fun. Oh, bye, Eddie. Oh, thanks, Joanne. Oh, thanks, Eddie. You're the best. I'm glad, and I hope that your house is getting done. I need to glue this piece down right here. It's bugging me. Oh, not like that, though. Needs trimmed. All right. You know, I'm really liking this. Hold on, I got glue in my mouth. I'm really liking this pigment that was on this paper. And it was probably from a Lindy's spray. And I'm thinking that might be a fun thing to add to later, but I won't do it now because we are working up on our 2 hours. So where do our words go? I could write between these lines. I could add a little note and just staple it to the top, or put it inside of a, yeah. Okay. So one more thing. Let me find a piece of paper for that. One that I like, please. Does this go? Okay. So I'm going to do like a hidden, I'm going to do a little envelope. Let me see if I can remember how I did this in the past. So let's cut this. Oops. And I want to fold it in. I don't know if I'm doing this right, if I'm remembering it correctly, but we made tons of these in different styles. And then I'm going to fold this up. And then I'm going to fold that down, but I'm going to trim it after that. Or I could fold it up twice, I suppose, and put a paper clip on the back of it. So fold this in, fold the other side in. You could probably do this any way you wanted. I mean, I probably have a ton of these made somewhere that I put away. And I am going to shorten this a little bit. This way. And there. And make it look like a little envelope there. So I'm going to write a message in this little envelope that I made. Hi, Gwen. Welcome. I think, and Mama knows best, Gwen. I think streaming at an unusual time for me, I meet new friends. Maybe I need to start doing that more often. So I've got a nice little flower right there. It kind of goes with this. I like that. And I can make sure that I have a little note in there. I'm going to add a paperclip to the back of some sort so that it clips on, or I can just make a dangly little paperclip to go on there. I've got these. That'd be cool. These are little musical notes. I've had them for a long time. I do have some new charms. So I could just do it like this and like that or that. And then I'll hang a dangle off there. You guys have time for a dangle? Should we do one? Let me get this stuff off my desk real quick. And we shall. Because I have an idea. I want to use one of my new things over here. I have this little box too. You guys know I love to make a paper dangle or a little dangle out of my texture pieces, and hence Texture Junkies. But I keep this box of little things that can be turned into dangles or added to parts of the dangle. I've got all kinds of weird stuff in here too that I just, like weird packaging that I came across, or just weird stuff. And then in here, I have stuff like this. Oh, it's a card. Labels and just weird little bits, But I want to find that kind of matches. This kind of matches. I'm going to do a couple little layers here. Oh, I did an experiment with the mica tile, which is a natural stone, and I put it through an embossing folder, like a thin piece of it, and ended up with this gorgeous sparkly bit. And it's really crumbly. It didn't hold up very well in some places, but this piece did. Can you guys see that? The texture on there? That is a stone. That is a stone. That would be really cool on here or on another lady because it is see-through, or I could glue it down to something so it shows up, and Let's see. That says best. I have weird stuff in here. Stuff I've made over the years that I just thought needed a place. Oh, that would make a cool dangle. That's foil on the back of a piece of music paper. Got embossed pieces and weird little strips. There's a Mona Lisa, tiny butterfly. Fabric I've painted. Does that match? Oh, it doesn't match that. Oh, this piece that I already started. Okay, I'm going to use that. I'm using that, whether it matches or not. And then, should I use this on the back? No. I need another layer. Another layer, please. These are canvas. There's a Virgin Mary. Let's see. I also have my little foil pieces that I've got a whole box of those. I'm not going to go through those right now, though. Don't worry. There's a clip. Okay. Let's use part of a tea box. How's that? Just, weird stuff. Never know what you're going to want. This has a yoga position on the back, and this is my favorite kava tea. And tea, I mean, why not, right? Is that the wrong thing? So if we use this, and then I put this on the back, I'm going to leave the yoga position and cut that out so it's layered. And so this shows, and when you open it up, there's a yoga position in there. So let's go run that with some ink. I want something dark, like, I'm gonna use this walnut. I need walnut in an oxide. Okay, where's it at? Oh, there it is. I had 3 of these on my desk when I started today, and now I don't. I don't know where they are. I have 1. I could always use a punch to make these a different shape or chop off the corners. But I think I'm going to go ahead and leave them square. That's fine. That's fine. My desk is such a mess. I know it's almost time to quit because I can't handle this mess. It's forever. Should have used some of that on there. Wow, it's too late now. Okay, so I'm going to use an eyelet. I do have some new things right here. Let's see if there's something we want to use. These are all individual little cameos, and they are gorgeous. Got some little roses. These pretty beads. Could always use one of my hands that are my favorite. Got some stars, got some deers. I think I want to try to use one of these. The hands feels like it goes too, doesn't it? All right, so as a bead, I know that I'm going to need to use a little bit of wire. And what I'm going to do is put an eyelet in this or just a hole so that it can be opened to see the yoga position. Put them together, and I will put this at the top. So this will be kind of wired to that. So let me grab a piece of wire there. I've got these in a drawer down here under my desk. Some of the wire. Now, that's gold. Let's use that. If it goes through the hole. Let's see if it goes through the hole first. Yeah. Okay. So I want to use, is this the wrong one? it is. Hold on. There we go. I always end up cutting off way too much. I can't help it though. Okay. I love making dangles. I could spend several streams just making dangles if you guys ever want to do that. I do love doing that. So we're going to punch a hole in this. And I'm not putting an eyelet in it so that it can be opened. Dangles are fun, aren't they? They really are. They're just, I don't know. I like having all the stuff that sticks out of the edges, like bits of fringe or lace, or I don't really gravitate toward the lace very often anymore. I'm going to put this on an eye. So what I'm going to do is use my favorite little eye ring here and grab one of those tins that has those real quick here. Ta-da! Right there. Let's put this back. All right. So what I want to do, I moved them. Gosh, I am so silly for moving things, I have to say. Where did I put them? They should be right here. They always sit on my shelf. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side of the room. No, they're right here. Got it. I don't know why I put them up there. I was just trying things out, you know? Like, oh, maybe this will go here. All right. I'm going to move this to the side so I have some room here. So you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to put this through. And do I want a bead? I might want a bead. I just have a little handful of a selection right here. Obviously I have more, but you know, maybe a pearl. I can find a smaller one. That one's already on a wire. That's a flat one. Just a few things, you know. Oh, here we go. Maybe I have two of those. That works. I love pearls. I love pearls in every color. The black ones are probably my favorite, or the champagne colored, like they're kind of brown. I just love them. Now, I didn't even think about this. My wire is too fat for my pearl. I don't want to have to wire that on. And that's what I would end up doing, is wiring it on. So let me find one that will go through. Oh, there's a beautiful black pearl. Do these have a big hole? They do. Gold. We're going away from the pearl, I guess. Darn it. Maybe we could use a black pearl on the bottom. Does it fit in the hole? It does. All right. So I'm going to take that to the top. I'm not a jewelry expert, by the way. So do not, I mean, I am self-taught. That is what I do. I just go for it. And that's how I do everything. I am self-taught. Happy Maker, what is your name? Oh yeah, I rearranged my whole room. And that means that I kind of moved containers too. I was like, oh, well, this container doesn't work for this anymore because it doesn't fit in this space right now. So I needed, or this shelf, or this, I flipped the whole room opposite because it just wasn't working on the other side. For some reason, it looked bigger over here. Now it doesn't. It's the first time I've admitted that. Yeah, it did look bigger, but it is not. Okay, so hopefully I don't have too much here. Does that one look weird? It does kind of. Let's find a different. I haven't even used any of these yet, and I love them. They're ceramic. But I keep thinking I'm going to use them on a project and then they're the wrong color or something. I'll find something interesting here. I will. Not big enough. I love Tiger's Eye too. There's another gold one, I guess. I could sell broken jewelry by the pound right now, and I should be. I was supposed to have a sale in August. Are you guys having a summer? Because we're not. The weather, it's not normal. Like, I don't think we're going to have grapes this year. And I did some heavy duty work on the grapevine, so it created its own support last year. And we had better grapes. And now it's been raining. It's been in the 70s. We found the perfect swimming hole. We went once and I was so excited to get that. I love to swim. It's my favorite exercise, but I'll be darned if it wasn't nice enough. It hasn't been nice enough since. We can't go swimming. It's too cold. Nobody wants to do that. So it's Carol. Hello, Carol. You know, I'm going to have to start doing some different time streams because I am making new friends. Don't you guys love that? Finding new tribe, new people for your tribe, people you have things in common with, or, okay, let me see where this ends up here. So this will go here. Whoops, this way. So what I want to do is hang my dangle off of there. And that's what the ring is for. These rings are just a lifesaver. Seriously. Okay. So I want that there. And then I'm going to put one in here. I'm kind of thinking I don't like the corners. I want to do something with these corners. They've got to go. Corners got to go. Because it looks like a hard edge. It needs to be a little softer. Down here, it's fine. But up here at the top, I think it needs to be softer. And if I can get this to cut, because this is really thick, this is texture paste. It's like homemade texture paste too. On chipboard. Did it work? Kind of. It kind of wants to. I'm going to do this one and use it as a template. Like that. And I will line the holes up here and trim, trim, trim. I mean, they don't have to be lined up perfectly, but all that inking for nothing. I'll have to do it again. Your husband's been checking your boats every hour. Why? Oh, your first fall storm arrived. Yeah, it's been really weird. I don't remember ever having a summer like this here. Ever. So I feel like, and then I saw a report saying we're going to have like an early fall and it's going to be extra cold. So I don't know what's going on. Like, we usually have, a couple 100-degree days by now, or even like, oh, I can just put a pin on this, huh? Like a bulb pin. Didn't I have one here? What happened to it? Did I stick it in there? No, I have a little chain in there. Bulb pin. All right. I didn't want to have to do this. And that means find them. They're in a drawer right here. Oh, right here. We'll finish this up and call it, guys. I'm getting a new washer and dryer today. Not new, they're used, but I have to sweep the laundry room and make space for it to come in and out. So I'm going to have to work on that in a bit. So let's see if this works. If this doesn't work, I'll put a big, I hate it. You know, bulb pens always look good to me, but I don't like them. I end up not liking them for some, they're just, I want them to be shorter, or, you know, I'll get them out and then not use them. What else do I have here? I have safety pins. Yeah, I'm just going to use one of these, or I can just wire it to it. Find a bigger one. If I have any bigger ones in here, I do not. Not in this color, at least. Okay, so we're going back to where we started. You guys do this? Because I do. All the time. Let's see if this fits on here. If it does not, we will use that big gold one. Nope. It's just so big. It seems wasteful. Oh, here's a, well, that's silver. Darn it. All right, well, darn it. I don't want to use this giant one. I only have one. That's rough. I could always make my own with wire, I suppose. Okay, so this goes on this way. It doesn't even fit through the hole. There we go. I'll probably find something else after. Oh, that's kind of cool, though. And it will swivel. So it would go like this. And I'll ink those edges up. And that is a great place to write a little something positive for the universe, as I like. Tuck it on there. And go like this with it. And then I have this little dangle. And it's not even little, that's big. It's long and it looks cool, huh? I like it. It's very cool. Should we do another morning stream like this again, ladies? It works for our international friends here, doesn't it? Is there something wrong with your tummy? Hold on. The edge of the storm north of England is 70-mile-an-hour winds. Wow. It's raining here today, too. And I love the rain, especially when I'm upstairs here in my attic room. Is the sky is starting to rumble, or it's your tummy? Okay, I get it. It's dark there, about 7. So to our international friends, Julie, Mo, Silji, I'm so sorry, Paula, is this a time that is good for kind of everyone some day during the week? If we do this again, I kind of think that I have more crazy energy in the morning, and you guys, if you don't mind, that is, if you don't mind my crazy energy and my silly giggle, I think it's kind of nice to, yeah, have coffee with you guys. It's kind of fun. I love it too. Let's look at the other page before, as we wrap up. And the one that I'd like to see you do really is the hand. So our hand was right there. So this was a lot of fun. I'm probably going to fill that in with something of a similar color. Wrote upside down my intentions. And, you know, I'm sending love out into the universe and to you guys, because I'm really happy that you could be here with me today. If you had fun, please, a thumbs up would be amazing. And send your like-minded friends. Send your crazy people to me. Send them. And, you know, just make sure they align with our political views as well, because we definitely don't want any in-house arguing for sure. But I love each and every one of you, and I'm glad that you could be here with me today. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Let others know. It helps my channel. And it lets people know that it was fun to be here, because people don't go back and read the chat usually. And you guys have an amazing weekend. I'm getting a new washer and dryer, so I know what I'll be doing. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'll see you next time. Oh, it won't let me. Okay. Bye.